Hi guys, I wanted to talk to you today about the involvement of people in this program and to give you kind of an idea how this program is very calculated and they get people to get involved because they think you have done something wrong, and they just go, they come in out of the woodwork and acting like they're actually fixing the world and they're doing something really great, when in reality they are committing a sin and getting sued. Okay, so I've talked about do not forgive your enemy, and I said it many times, and I said why not? Because when someone intentionally cause harm to others and without any remorse or care, these people need to be judged. You're not going to allow these people to get away from a judgment table. You know what I'm saying? On the high court of heaven. And so they've got, if you thought, or even a little bit of intuition that you thought of a person who's involved, that means the person is involved. Okay? So if you run across somebody and you just the thought crosses your mind, you think that person is involved, it is. Okay? And because I've been thinking about this the other day, and people coming into my life, they all have a motive toward me and stuff, and they would say something that only I knew, like nobody knows this. I never shared it with somebody else, and they would say something. It's not really coincident to say exactly that, word for word. You know what I'm saying? So they give them a manual because they listen to you. Okay, this conversation now, I'm recording it from a living room. They listening in, and I don't care. And they tell that person things about you. Maybe that person will make a mistake and they'll blurt something, or maybe it's intentional to fuck with your, excuse my French, to mess with your psyche, okay, and to make you like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? If you're an observant person like myself, you notice things without even somebody. For example, if I thought of a person involved, even they didn't say anything to me, it's just my gut feeling. I'm looking at the person and I like, what's going on? Like, they don't have to say anything. I just feel it, And I became like, past a few months, I've started like I just roll people out of my life, anybody who I thought they're involved, I just got rid of them, You know what I'm saying? And if they're not family, even family, I could put a line underneath that, but you have to really do me wrong, like major, for me to kind of dismiss you, And I'm going to tell you something very personal. When I was younger, I was going to school in the U.S. and I logged into my computer, my brother's computer. My brother has a computer in his restaurant. I went to his restaurant to grab something to eat, and I was going to Washington, D.C. At that point, he lives in Richmond, Virginia, and he owned a restaurant there. And so I went there to get some seat, and then I was heading out to Washington D.C. for the weekend. It was like Friday or something like that. So I used to work for my brother part time, and I logged out of the computer that in a restaurant. But I had another brother where we're very close. This brother and I think very close. He's 2 years older than me, and I logged out of the computer, and I said, okay, see you guys later, and I left. My two brothers was in a restaurant when I left, and then this brother went through my email and trying to say that I have left my login on the screen. I didn't, but he was sitting next to me. He was sitting next to me when I was logging in, and he has a good memory, and he memorized my password. He went in, and he went into my computer, in my email, and so anyhow, he mentioned something to me that only I knew. So how would you know that? You understand? When I confront him about it, he says, I left my login, and I left this, and I did not. I know, I'm 100% sure. And I just felt like, violated by this act. I was like, remember what I just said? When somebody violates me, even family member, it would get me in a mood like I want nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell another story about that. I'll tell you this story, and then I'll tell you the other story. Why you need to take action when people violate you in such a way. So I confront him, and he didn't kind of try to continue with this lie. I left my login and whatever. And I said to him, why would you do that? Why would you go through my email and it's private? And I would not do that to you. Why would you do this to me? And anyhow, to keep the story short, I told him if you were to do that again, I will cut you out of my life, and I want nothing to do with you. Okay? And I hung up on him. He called me back, and he's upset and a little bit kind of shocked. He told me, okay, no hard feeling, I did not mean to be this way, and blah, blah, blah. The devil is smart, Satan made me do it. No, he didn't say that, but in a nutshell, that's what he said. Like, he's sorry, And he asked me, would you actually cut me off for that? I said, yes, I would. I would not think twice. I will not look at you again. I would not call you. I'll block you out of my life. I would do that. They know that. My dad knew that about me. My mom knew that about me. Okay? And I just don't sit there and I say, oh, I'm going to forgive that person. Even his family member is very close to me. But no. When you do something offensive like that to me, I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? Only people I will forgive unconditionally is my parents. Nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else have that right to be, invading my privacy or going through my stuff. You know what I mean? I don't do that. This is my nature. I don't do that. I don't go through people's stuff and I don't expect it to be done to me. So anyhow, that's how it ended. The other story I want to tell you, I have this sister of mine, very close, we are very close as well. And we had a fight about something. and she said a word in Arabic to me. My mom was sitting there, and this word is very insulting. She didn't mean to say it, but she said, I can't, you know what, it's been a while back. I can't remember, but my mom died almost, 4 years. 27th of December will be 4 years. And yeah, my mom was sitting and she had said this word, and I found it like very offensive as well. And so I said to her, "What the f you talking about? How would you talk to me in this manner? Do not talk to me in such a way anymore, okay? And you know what? I don't want to talk to you no more, okay? And do not say nothing to me, do not come near me, and do not talk to me. I don't want to talk to you no more." So I went on for 6-7 months. I did not speak to her. I was dead serious. You know, when you insult me like that, and even your family member, I don't care who you are, okay? I will get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? I will not talk to you. I'm not like these people in this program or who run in the show. If, you know, they say, if I say something insulting, I will attack that person. These people will attack you for insult. But meanwhile, they insult you. You see how it's unfair? But anyhow, my mom called me. I can't remember where I was living at that point. Yeah, I lived in a few places. So my mom called me, and it was like Eid celebration. It's like a holy day for Muslims and whatnot. And there's a big celebration and stuff. And she just called me and she says, "Oh, happy, you know, Eid and whatnot." And then she said, "Oh, I want to talk to you about something." And I said, "Okay, what is it?" And he goes to me, "Oh, it's enough what you're doing to your sister. Enough what you're doing to your sister. I want you, this is a good day to speak to her. You got your point across. You don't have to punish her anymore. Okay? She's upset and she's hurt that you cut her off. And I want you to pick up the phone and say happy Eid to her, to call her. And forgive and forget. Like she made a mistake and she acknowledged it. So I want you to do that." So I picked up the phone because my mom asked me, and I called her and I told her, you know, no hard feeling. I'm sorry if I treated you this way, but I was taken back by what you said to me. It's very offensive and stuff. She said she was sorry. She hasn't done it anymore. Also, my oldest brother in the U.S., also he done things, and I also cut him off. When he got sick, I went back to talk to him because my mom also called me. She said, "Your brother is sick near Vegetation Estate. He's in Virginia and he's sick and stuff. So call him and, you know, see how he doing and make sure, you know, and stuff." So I haven't spoken to that brother for 5 years. Because also, I don't want to sit there and cry my heart out and tell you what they did specifically, but they did things that I considered offensive to me. Okay? What you do to me, I take action for it. Like, you know what I mean? I would not be forgiving and, you know, and say, you know, I know the Bible says forgive your enemy, pray for your enemy. No, I'm not doing none of that. Okay? In Islam, God says forgiveness only when you can. If you cannot forgive, you cannot find it in your heart to forgive somebody, don't. Judgment is going to be upon that person for what they've done to you. Okay? And that's what I'm telling you. They use reverse psychology on you to get you to think forgiveness, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be a great thing. You know what I'm saying? Because when they do you wrong in such a way, and then they act like, you're supposed to forgive them because they did you a favor. You know what I'm saying? In reality, they did you nothing. They're selfish. They're self-centered, self-serving kind of people. They want to get away with it, like killing somebody and get away with murder. This is what they are. So why am I talking about this? They get everybody involved. So, for example, when I came into this apartment building where I live now, I went through the interview, whatnot, and I, got the apartment and moved in, and then I just feel like I know who's involved in this building, who's not, but a lot of people here in this building involved. Okay, when you come into a building or a living situation, and they get people working against you, and everybody playing their part. They're part of the collective, and they think they're fixing, they're fixing the world, and they're fighting a terrorist and or mentally ill person. They're not really doing anything of a greatest good. They're not really doing anything worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? They cannot make you or break you. They're a zero on the left side. I'm just saying this, and I know they're hearing me, and I don't care who hear me. I want them to hear me. Okay? What's in it for them? Everybody get paid. Would you be upset for someone doing their job, even though it's a wrong job, and getting paid for it? Would you be upset at somebody getting paid for it? You know what I'm saying? Everybody has to be motivated with something. Money motivates people to get involved. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. It could be a gift card from Walmart, or whatever it is, a coin jar, to collect, whatever it is. People need something to drive them to get involved. Okay? I know this building get paid. For me being here, they all, the building get paid. They get a tremendous endorsement from the government because, they're putting me in my place. You know what I'm saying? And, but you put somebody on their place by breaking laws. You know what I'm saying? Put me in my place through, go through a court system. Let's make this public. Let's talk about it. Let's have it in the news. Let's have it in the social media. You know what I'm saying? No. Everything is done behind the scene. They want nobody to know. When you talk about it, they say he's crazy. He's mentally ill. He's like terrorist, Al Qaeda. Whatever, just to kind of take away your power and to create a disbelief about you. Okay? I know what I know. I know God hears, and I want Him to hear. I would never forgive any of you. Any of you I'm not going to forgive. No forgive and forget. My mom died. Nobody's going to call me and ask me to forgive you. You're, I want to say shit out of luck. But anyhow, yeah, that. Okay? And I'm just not willing. I'm not willing because when you've done something, you violate me and violate my rights and my freedoms, constitutional rights, and expect me to forgive you. No. Don't hold your breath. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen. Not in a million years. Okay? I'm not going to pray for my enemy, and I'm not going to forgive my enemy. I'm going to pray against my enemy, and I'm not going to forgive my enemy. Okay? I am not doing none of that. And I want you guys to hear loud and clear, judgment upon us. And I stand on a heavenly court asking for judgments for all who are involved in this cycle of abuse articulated by, it's done by the governments and world governments, you would say, because they follow you everywhere you go. I go anywhere, they follow me. I go not even a single country, I went to, then they're there. You know what I mean? It's like stepping up a pile of shit in the bottom of your shoes. And you always, that when you're walking the street and you step on, poo, dog's poo, and you're trying to scrape it off your foot, out of the bottom of your foot? That's what they are. They just never go away. And anyhow, I got in. Why I'm telling you this? Because I've noticed things. I notice things that I pretend like I have no idea. I play coy all the time. I pretend like it's not happening, But I'm very observant. I see, I observe, and my intuition on point. I never lie to me. Whatever my gut feeling tell me is 100% right. And I don't care I don't want them to acknowledge what I'm saying is true or not. I know it's true. So why would I need their acknowledgement? God knows, so it's important for me. I don't really care about their opinion. It doesn't matter to me. And then they put in people in your way who would say things. How the psychologists, they're always trying to repeat the same thing to their patients to create this kind of energy of belief. They want it's like a hypnotic suggestions, and they're trying to make you believe what they're trying to, correcting you, is actually true. And then you begin to vibrate in their tune, even if it's not right. Okay? I know what's happening is happening. I don't need the acknowledgement from no one. I don't need to see a shrink. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mentally ill. I know what's happening to me is happening. And it's not going to go away. And I'm not going to forgive. And it's going to stay with me forever. Okay? I move on when I'm ready to move on. Not because somebody asked me to or expect me to do it. No. It doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? And I work in God's time. When God says, something to be, it will be. I don't gonna follow another human being intention, and what they want me to do. I don't report to no one. Okay? I'm not willing to report to any of them. Okay? And this program is going to be exposed. Sooner or later, it's going to be exposed. And people are aware of things happening. People are not stupid. You can't be this stupid, not knowing, pretending like it's just not happening. Okay? It's I want to say exhausting, but it's not really exhausting because you go through trial and tribulation, you go through life. But whatever you're going through is created by people. It's not really is written in your Akashic record. You know what I mean? They even go through your Akashic record and start editing stuff. And they look at your inheritance, spiritual inheritance, and if they know part of your life, you're going to be great. God is going to give you all of these things. They start to edit things so you would not get they can block your inheritance. You cannot get, you know what I'm saying? Because if they left it in a natural state, how God intended for, how this is trickles down to you. You understand? But they created diversions for you not to get your inheritance. And if they feel, you are destined to be great in life, they make sure that never had to happen. Or if they feel like you're a threat to the establishment because of your belief system. My belief system is I do not want humanity to be slaves for the rest of their life. That's my belief. Okay? This is God's belief. God is never intended for us to be slaves. That's somebody else's idea. Why God is giving you free will, He expects you to be a slave? It doesn't make sense to me. It goes against God's laws. You understand? It does not make sense. So do not listen to what's trying to feed you. And when they say democracy, there's no such a thing as democracy. These people breach democracy and they do the opposite. I'm saying they take freedom from people, they invade countries, they rob people, they rape women, they displace people globally through wars and stuff. And if somebody disagree with them, they wage a war on them. You know what I'm saying? Where is democracy in that? There's no democracy. You know what I'm saying? If I say to I don't want to do that. I don't want to be part of this. Okay, I'll give you an example. Sudan said, when Sudan says to United Kingdom when they're, was colonized by the British, and Sudan went on war with the Great Britain, and the British agreed to leave Sudan, and they said, we're leaving, but are you be interested to be part of the Commonwealth countries? And Sudan says no. We don't want to be part of the Commonwealth, but you just wanted to get the heck out. We don't want you. And when they left, the war against Sudan never stopped. You understand? You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Is they take great offense to it if you reject them. Okay? If people want to be free, they should not be upsetting anyone. You understand? They want no ties with you, they shouldn't be upsetting you. Why would you be upset about that? So that's to get to the main point I'm trying to make is there is no democracy. You make a decision that it does not align with their belief, what they want, they will wage a war on you. You know what I'm saying? Look at the war in Sudan now. It has the blood and tentacles all over it. If Sudan was a poor country, they say, Sudan is a poor country. No. Sudan is a rich country. So is other African countries. Sudan is rich, have oil, uranium, and gold. You have resources. You know what I'm saying? The war in Sudan is just about resources. By these people coming in, everybody want to take their share. They're displacing people globally, and and they say, Sudan is a poor country. No. We have more. Sudan has more money than United Kingdom. Okay, so don't give me that BS. But it's just Sudan needs help, but God is going to send the help. All these governments in Sudan, all these people are fighting for the wealth of Sudan. Everybody needs to go. Everybody needs to go. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who's not really have their heart for their country need to go. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's kind of going on. Okay? Um, so, I'm telling you, sorry, I sound a little random, but I got on an Uber yesterday. Yesterday I was coming home, whatnot. The Uber driver, he's a guy from Sudan. And he knew me. He knew who I was. And the things he's saying to me, it's kind of like, I'm like, rubbed me the wrong way a little bit, and telling me to keep my mouth shut. He didn't say it that way, but he said it in a many day way, and stuff like that. And so anyhow, everybody is involved. It doesn't matter what company, what, everybody, they get their tentacles in every situation, every government, offices or departments, and they're all okay. If you think it is true. If I think everybody, they have their people within every department. Okay? Some people may not know. So, and some people, they're aware of it. And some people, if you say it, then they have no clue what you're talking about. Like one of my friends in London, she used to work with the UN, and she told me she contacted before somebody in the UN and talked to them about this. Another colleague, when she left. She didn't work there anymore. And that colleague had no idea what she's talking about. She says, I've never heard about this program before. I never heard about what's going on. And it's tough. And then if you go higher within the UN, people above know. That's why when they did this cyber torture investigation, they came up with the conclusion that yes, it's happening. So obviously people on top know. So do not expect to be acknowledged. Do not be expected to be acknowledged by these people or to be patted in the back. Great job, cut ties from everyone who's involved, who feel like they've done you wrong. Okay? And I could not emphasize enough. Ask your case to be, judged in heavenly court. Okay? Heavenly court is not going to be, muddled with or, making a phone call, trying to manipulate the situation or whatnot. You cannot manipulate God, So you're going to have a fair trial. Okay? Set your intention. Meditate on this. Okay? And cut people from your life if you had smallest, if you just felt it, if you feel it, you don't have to really even think it, It is true. Okay? So everybody's like, it's trying to tell me like, they tell you to shut the hell up, don't talk about this, don't talk about that, Rewrite the Constitution. Rewrite the Constitution, okay? And then we'll talk, okay? But you're not going to leave your policy in place and come and trying to pressure people to change certain things. But they know they cannot remove freedom all this freedom from the Constitution, because it's going to translate oppression. They don't want that. God forbid, They would never do that. But they would do this. You know what I'm saying? They work behind the veil on trying to take away freedom from people. You know what I'm saying? And then make you sound crazy for voicing your opinion. Or they just send people, bottom feeders, to insult you, to verbally insult you, and they don't know you from hello. They never met you, but they just know of you. These people tell them things about you, and they come and they act like they know you. You don't know me. You know what I'm saying? You're not that smart to know me. They just told you, they fed you this, they give you a script, you're following. You know what I'm saying? Just be a slave and do what you're told. Okay? Do not come and talk to me acting like you know me. You don't know nothing about me. Okay? And that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say, guys. If I resonate with you and you have something to say, please leave it in the comment section. Because, you know what? You are fighting a dark forces. You're fighting dark forces, and they're very calculated, and they've been at this game for a long time. They have experience over us. You know what I'm saying? Because they've done it. Look at this world and unnecessary wars, invasions, rape and killing and destructions and bombing and anything of a natural state is done. You know what I mean? Creating a problem and creating a weapon to destroy. You know what I'm saying? Like selling to different countries weapons and instigating a problem so they can fight each other. It's stuff like that, and then they will say, my God is better than your God, and then they have these people fighting, and you have something we want, you have gold, oil, whatever, we're going to create a problem so we can come and steal that. It's like piracy at the highest, it's like, it's never ending cycle of like, it's like a premeditated murder. You know what I'm saying? It's very dark and demented, and I just want you guys to know, nobody think like that. I don't think like that. I don't go on my day thinking how I'm going to get ahead, from stealing, raping, killing, and creating destruction, creating wars, We are not the same. If you are being oppressed now and something going in your life, and these people, because they know what you are. They know what you are, And if they find out you are, directly related to all the prophets from Abraham, Jacob, Moses, Noah, then they will wage a war on you. And that's what's going on now. Okay? And they trying to spin it as something else because they know what the prophets do. They come in and basically fight for the people and teach people and bring harmony in a world of chaos. And that's what's going on. So they are fighting prophecies that is going to unfold. They don't want this to happen. They want the world to stay the way it is. They love suffering. Suffering is like, give them a rock hard, That's what suffering makes them feel. When somebody's like, oh, I'm in pain, I'm in excruciating pain, they're like, oh, I'm going to whack to that, It's like that. But just remember, God is vigilant. God lives forever. Exalted One, the one who exists above all. Okay? So, pray, leave me a comment in the comment section, and let me know if this resonates with you, okay? All right.